Oh hey, what's going on? Glad you stopped by to hang out with me for a few minutes today. Today, thought I'd do something a little different. Thought I would show you a few little things out of my collection. Now I know a lot of my fellow old school YouTube gamers like to make videos like this, and I like to watch them. I like to see what my fellow collectors have picked up here and there. Their favorite games for certain systems. I enjoy watching that, so I figure I'd throw my hat in the ring here. Show you a few little things I've got. So this is the first time I've done one of these, so I'm going to start with one of the smaller parts of my collection. Maybe by the time I get to the bigger stuff, I'll know what I'm doing with this type of video. Right now I'm just flying by the seat of my pants. So today, I'll show you what I got for the Sega Master System. So I have here the Sega Master System 2. Now this item is kind of special to me. I did not get this as a collector. I've had this since I was a kid. My dad picked this up for me. I guess the Christmas they come out with this, they had a big sale on them. He saw it, thought it was something new. Now he knew of Sega, but he knew nothing about video games. I don't think he's ever played a video game in his life. But he got it for me. Like I said, thought it was something new. I didn't really know much about it either, and I'm really glad that he did, because I've managed to hang on to this somehow. Neat little system here, has a little dust cover, slides back, games go in there, slide it back, keep the dust out of it. Now one thing some of you might find odd, the pause button is right there. Now this is not uncommon for some of the older systems, especially pre-NES era. Your Ataris and Intellivisions, ColecoVisions, that stuff. You would have to have them to where you could pull it out and set it on the coffee table in front of you or whatever when you're playing. That's how you pause the game or go through the selection menus or whatever. Now I remember when I got this for Christmas, opened it up, alright, saw it's got Alex Kidd in A Miracle World, comes with it. Open it up. Where's the game? What in the world? They have lied to me. Where is the game? There is no cartridge in this box anywhere. They have forgot it. I have been ripped off. Only to figure out within a few minutes that you just turn the thing on and the game starts. Now, Alex Kidd in A Miracle World is a very fun game. It is maybe one of the better or best games for the Sega Master System. I love that game. That is probably what I play the most when I come back to this. I've never beaten it. It's a pretty good challenge, but it's really fun. Now there are a couple of things that this thing won't do. The 3D glasses. Guess what? It won't work with the Master System 2. It has what looks to be sort of a headphone jack here. I believe that's what it is. On the Model 1, plugs right into the front and you play the 3D games. Model 2 does not have it. You cannot use the 3D glasses with the Model 2. But it doesn't matter because I don't have any of the 3D games anyway. Maybe someday I'll run across a deal on a Model 1 and I'll be able to play some of them. I'll pick them up and have fun with it. And you already know that I've got the phaser. I mean, come on. Have you seen any of my videos? So this is the Sega Light Phaser. Pretty cool looking gun. Works with both systems, Model 1 and Model 2. I have a couple of games for it. I do not have all of them yet. But I'll get them, we'll play them. There's got to be some fun stuff in there somewhere. So the first game I have here, Altered Beast. Now this is the one game other than Alex Kidd that I still have from when I was a kid for this system. Don't know how I managed to hang on to it because I lost Rampage and Columns. I had those two, have no clue whatever happened to them. Now, of course, the arcade game of this is really cool. This one, it's not all that great. It's pretty much known not to be a very good port of this arcade game. But hey, I've got it. This was mine as a kid, so I'm happy I got it. And I do have the instruction manual here, along with the cartridge and the box. So here I have Black Belt. Gotta be honest, I don't know a whole lot about this. I know I've played it. It's like one-on-one tournament fighting style game. I've played it some. I don't remember if it's good or bad or what. I do not have the manual for this one. Don't even remember where I picked it up. Here I have the classic Choplifter. Now this one's pretty fun. Sort of reminds me of a Defender, just with a helicopter. A little more modern version of it. I do have the manual for this. Looks like a game catalog as well for 1986. That's pretty cool. Showing some of the Master System games here. There's one for Choplifter and Fantasy Zone. Action Fighter, Marksman Shooting, Trap Shooting. I like looking at these old little brochures like this. Takes me back. And here I have Hang On Safari. Now this one does use the phaser. Safari Hunt does, Hang On does not. Hang On is a motorcycle game. Of course, Safari Hunt is the phaser game. Both are pretty good. Don't know a whole lot about either one. I play them every once in a while. I play Safari Hunt more than Hang On, but Hang On's a decent game. And I have Great Basketball. Seems like a lot of the sports titles that Sega put out for the Master System were great this, great that. And they're decent. This one's a decent basketball game. There's better ones out there, of course, but it's not bad. So I don't remember where I picked hardly any of these up at. I do have the manual for this one. Oh, I got a poster in here. Let's see what this is. Take hold of the Sega Adventure, 1987 Sega of America. I'm not sure what game that is. I do not have a great trivial knowledge of the Sega products. I'm a Nintendo guy, I always have been, always will be, but I'm not one of those Nintendo guys. I got nothing bad to say about Sega. I enjoy it. I'm glad I've got this in my collection. I like all the old school games, except in television. So here I have another phaser game, Gangster Town. This one's pretty fun. You're going around, it's like 1920s, looks like Al Capone style gangsters. They're all wearing their fedoras and long trench coats, driving their early sedans with the suicide doors hanging out, shooting at you with the Tommy guns and stuff. It's pretty cool. I have the manual for it. Another poster. Yeah, same one. Same one I just showed you. And here we have Pro Wrestling. Gotta admit, I don't know a whole lot about this. I know I've played it. Seems like it's okay. I don't think it's as good as Pro Wrestling for the NES. But a few wrestling games from that era are. But I think this is okay. It is 2-player. And I do not have the manual for this. But I have the box. And then I have, wait a minute. This one's a lot smaller. How's the game even fit in here? So of course what we have here is one of the old Sega card games. About the size of a credit card. You can see the chipboard is on the end there. It's basically just a smaller cartridge, or the chipboard without the cartridge. I don't know, however you want to look at it. But guess what? I can't play it. The Sega Master System 2 does not have a card slot. What the hell, Sega? Now this was supposed to be a trimmed down, cheaper model of the Master System. So they done away with a couple of the ports. They said you cannot use 3D glasses. It does not have a card slot to play this game. So I can't tell you anything about this. I've never been able to play it. It's another item I picked up with other stuff. Yeah, maybe one day I'll pick up a Model 1 and I'll be able to play this game. Looks like I have another couple of game catalogs here, along with the manual. So that's cool. But, like I said, this one is Teddy Boy. Can't tell you the first thing about it. So the last one I have here for the Master System, World Grand Prix. I've played this one a little bit. I like racing games. I'm a racing fan. This is a decent racing game. Reminds me of Pole Position, sort of rad racer. Of course, you're in an F1 car or Indy car, open wheel, something. You know, like a street circuit, and it's pretty good. It's definitely worth playing. There are far worse racing games out there from this era. So there you go. I've only got, what is that, 10 games, including the one built in for the Master System 2. Like I said, I thought I'd start off with the smaller portions of my collection, just to get a little handle on doing a video like this. But I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be back with another one soon. And I'll catch you next time.